Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X2. I forgot all about the Wheel Gator Heart Tank, and I didn't even notice it until I finished the last video. It's all good though. Last video was at the length that I wanted it to be, so let's go ahead and get that before we get anything else, shall we? In order to get the Heart Tank for Wheel Gator, you're going to need the X-Buster enhancement and the Speed Burner. If you don't have both of those things, you won't be able to get the Heart Tank here. So we need to make our way to that one part of the level. And we'll get there after we climb a specific ladder. And I just love doing that. Might as well go ahead and get some energy there for the sub-tanks, because why not? How am I doing? Oh, we're halfway to filling up the third one. That's great. I want to fill these up as much as possible. Okay. Nothing else to do here. Might as well try to get away from him. There will be another guy. He just respawned, but he's no problem now. And there it is. There's the Heart Tank. Okay. Charge up the full. And wow, I nearly died on those spikes there. The good thing I did the wall kick just in time. And I might as well see if I can get anything. I should have known that wasn't going to be worth it. I don't know why I tried to go for that. I wonder what happens if you go down here. Is there anything? I've never been down here before. There's absolutely nothing down here. It is not worth it. Well, at least that's one new thing I'll learn about the level. I might as well just go ahead and go up here for another extra life. Or just die. That works too. Anyway, I've already wasted enough time here. So let's just go ahead and exit the stage. That was stupid. Also, I do have Strike Chain, which means I can get one of the things in one of the two stages that I want to cover today. But we're not doing that stage just yet. Instead, we're doing Magna Centipede, Central Computer Stage. This is where we'll find the final sub-tank, assuming I can get to it. It may take me several tries. Depends on how well I do in this video. Now these things, you have to hit them to stun them, and then you have to shoot at the center there. It usually takes just one shot. You have to shoot him with a powered up shot to stun him. And then you can hit him with another powered up shot, or even just one single pellet from the X-Buster to hit him. And I'm avoiding these searchlights on purpose. You're supposed to. Because if you run into these things in any way, that happens. And because I ran into those things, there was a block here that I was supposed to keep standing up there. It basically turns into a security droid that fires at you. And when that happens, you won't be able to use it as a wall to get what I believe is the Heart Tank. So we are going to have to go back up for that. Now we have a section, or a set of sections rather, where these gray crates move. Some of them are a little more purple than others. The purplish ones you can shoot down, like so, and they can contain power-ups if you need them at random, which is always good. You also want to be careful in those sections because you can, believe it or not, get crushed by those things. And speaking of getting things, this is where you're supposed to get the sub-tank. Had to be quick on the draw there with the B button there for the wall jump. But we got the fourth and final heart tank. That is obviously easier to get. When you see this little console with a chair, you know you went too far. You know you need to go back to get the sub-tank. And now we have this little three-dimensional sword enemy here that serves as the mid-boss. You have to shoot at the hilts. You have to shoot at the handle. And you have to keep from getting stabbed by that thing as it moves. For best results, shoot at it with your regular X-Buster shots. Shoot at it with some powered up shots if you have to. And just stay out of its way. And here you're going to have to be careful too. There are some silhouettes here as well. Not some silhouettes, but some searchlights. I'm about to say, I was doing real well there. Great job there, Watercress. Oh, and you have this part where you're not only dodging some of these things that get in the way, but you also have to dodge this little target thing. It basically makes the mid-boss coming up ahead harder. Thankfully, not too much. And you have to race to get up there, sadly, to that door. But by the time you face Magna Centipede, you should have all three of the X-Hunters beaten by the time you get here. That is obviously the hardest door to get to. And yeah, you're better off not even going here to face an X-Hunter. Anyway, you're going to have to shoot at this guy with some powered up shots here. Just avoid his shots here. Sometimes he'll just shoot high, sometimes he'll shoot low. When he jumps into the air, he stops for a little bit to do that three-way shot. Pretty easy to avoid for the most part. And I'm not doing so well here. It's that three-way shot is only done if he does a high jump. If he does a low jump like that, he's going straight to the other side of the room. And now you're going to have to be careful. Because we have some security bots triggered. And you know what? I'd rather just do that. Use the one sub-tank that I haven't completely... Wow. I did not know that the blocks were going to do that. There are block bridges there that will fall down. I am just going to go ahead and stop charging the X-Buster there, and I knew I died at the end. That always happens. There's always one death at the end. Right, the weakness, which is the silk shot. There we go. Also, I have no lives left. That's just fantastic. You do want to hit him with the silk shot on the first hit, though, because that gets rid of his centipede-like tail behind him, which really cuts off some of his defensive capabilities. Which means that once you hit him with silk shot, all you have to do is just wait for him to stop teleporting, so he can hit him with the 4 diagonal shots, and then try to avoid either him leaping into you, or the shurikens that he tosses at you. That was a really lucky shot there. For best results, just stand in the center of the room like I'm doing and just keep firing the silk shot at him. Really lucking out with some of the teleportation that he's doing. Teleported right in front of me 3 times. Sometimes he'll teleport as soon as he comes back into the room. It is possible to hit him before he does that again. I know you can charge the silk shot up to let loose a much bigger shot that can do even more damage. But even without the X-Buster enhancement, this battle is still really easy as long as you have the silk shot. And for beating Magnet Centipede, you get the Magnet Mine, which is a mine that slowly floats towards whatever it is you're shooting at. Here's the password for all the progress that we've made thus far, and I'm going to go back to the overworld screen. I am going to go ahead and try for the Magnet Centipede thing one more time. I am going to go ahead and try for the Heart Tank. If I don't get it here, I'll try it in the next video. I hope I can get this in the first video. Also, these block bridges, they also... Oh, I know what I need to do now. I need to get up there. Can I do it? There we go! I knew there was something I needed to do. I tried too hard last time. But now that I don't have to worry about any of the searchlights messing this up, I can finally get the Heart Tank here. We only have one left. That is in Crystal Snail stage, which is where we're going to go to next. Thankfully, I know how to get to it. I just need to remember where it is. Also, the last enhancement will be here, and it's going to be for the head. I mean, we've already gotten the one for the X-Buster, the armor, and the leg, so pretty obvious that we need to have the one for the head left to get everything. That's really interesting. You can actually get everything before you finally make it to the endgame scenario. And that's where I want to be. But I'm going to need this thing. And because of this, I can just drop down here with the little robot ride armor and land right here, hopefully not trying to land in the pit as we do this. Now, we need to make a dashing jump all the way to the left off the edge of this platform. And you need to grab that wall with the strike chain. And then you need to wall jump all the way to that Heart Tank there. This will take several tries. But once I get it, I will have probably gotten the hardest Heart Tank in the game. There we go. Should have gotten more distance with that jump. That's where I went wrong. But we have the Heart Tank for a Crystal Snail, as well as every Heart Tank in the game. Now let's take this platform back. You should be able to drop straight down from underneath the platform here. And yes, these slopes do move you automatically. You can't fight it if you're not in the robot ride suit, so don't even try. Also, you can land in the spike pits with the robot ride suit. Now you need to go down here, because that huge crystal will start moving forwards and start doing things. And that led to absolutely nothing. I don't know why I thought that led me to something. It didn't. Is there another robot ride platform? No, I don't think so. So I still have to take it with me. Ugh. This is what I get for doing one big practice run instead of a bunch of smaller ones afterwards. And not remembering where everything is. Especially when I've played this game out of the first 3 X games the least. So, we now have full everything, again, thanks to us game overing. Oh, so that's how you do it. Okay. By holding Y in the robot ride armor, you do this. Let go, you'll do a dashing punch. It's actually pretty cool. So let's try this again. Let's get down here, so that way this thing drops down. And this time, let's not drop into the pit with the robot ride armor. Now, thankfully, we can jump off spike pits here. And I can get over here, too. I know this leads to something. This probably leads to power-ups. Up there is probably where I need to go more than anything else. But for now, I do want to take advantage of the opportunity that being here will lead me. Oh, wow, you cannot jump off that. Okay, you're going to have to leap off the robot ride platforms to get over here. Should still be worth it, though. Oh, that's the X-Hunter door. Okay. Which means I'm going to have to use the Speed Burner and the X-Buster enhancement to get to where I need to go then. Maybe. Or not. Oh boy. I really bungled this up, didn't I? Okay, maybe not. Maybe there is still a chance. I just have to know what I'm doing. Or not. Maybe I will have to get the robot ride armor again. I'm figuring this out, guys. I'm totally figuring this out. Again, this is what I get for not doing practice runs on top of the one big one here. Which means you're gonna have to watch me do all this again. Right, gotta get out of the armor first. Get over here, get all the way to the right, so that way that thing triggers. And we should be able to do this now. Oh, and those things just shoot shots that bank off the walls there. At least they're pretty easy to defeat. Oh, that's right, you can't do that. Also, that's the X-Hunter area. Wow. I am really losing it today, guys. I thought part 2 would be the only part where I amazingly failed. So that basically led to nothing then. I thought it actually led to something. It didn't. Which means we're gonna have to look somewhere else to get the X-Hunter. Not the X-Hunter area, but the head enhancement. That's it. I am still going to take this with me. This robot ride armor. One, so I can get this one up. Want to watch out for these blocks because they can still come down on you, especially if you don't want them to. And I think that's as far as I can go with that. sadly. Which means I'm going to have to do something in order to get to the enhancement. For now, though, we have to face this mini-boss. You basically shoot at this thing in the crystal with some powered-up shots, trying to avoid getting blasted at by this thing that's flying around. And yes, those shots do bounce around the room, too. A second one will eventually come out, but by the time the second one comes out, you'll be nearly done with this mini-boss anyway. And it's a good thing I didn't do that. I wonder... is that what I'm supposed to do? Do something with that? Or maybe... there it is. That's where I need to go. I remember this now. There we go. The fourth and final enhancement of the game. Here's what the head enhancement does in this game. It modifies your radar optics, basically allowing you to find hidden items. Well, guess what? We found everything else in the game. We've got all the heart tanks. We've got all the sub-tanks. We've got all the other enhancements. It uses some energy, but with it, you'll be able to see objects you could not see before. I've never really seen it use energy, because I've never had to use it. Now you're going to see it in action, because, well, that 1-up is right there. And it's pointing at that part of the ceiling. There you go. That's how you get that 1-up. So the game basically gives you a freebie right there, which is pretty nice. So after all that failure at trying to find the enhancement, trying to just get stuff, I know there's a reason for this room. There's a reason for this room here. There's something in here. And I know there's a reason for it. I know you have to do something, and a bunch of energy comes out of this room just out of nowhere. And I don't think that's quite it. I'll look it up and tell you what it is in the next video, should I find it. I know I have some notes somewhere of what you need to do to get that, and wow, I'm glad that I can climb up ladders so fast. For now, though, I just want to get up here and hopefully finish this off, get this thing to start moving, so that way I can get it out of my way and finally take on Crystal Snail. Now, we have all the weapons, and the only weapon we haven't used is the magnet mine, so we might as well just go ahead and get it. Alright. Now, aside from flying around like an idiot and running into you, he can also stop time. Hit him with the magnet mine, you'll knock him out of his shell. Sometimes he'll run straight to it, sometimes he'll jump to it. If he jumps to it, you'll have a much better chance of hitting him with a magnet mine. Now, when he slows down time, you will definitely be going to a crawl. So you will have to make some movements ahead of time. while you hear this sound that basically signifies that time has been slowed down to a crawl. Thought I could hit him there. Could not, but we are doing a lot of damage as we're doing this. And for the final hit, he dies when he hits the wall. He actually takes damage when he hits the wall following being hit by a magnet mine. So that was a rather humorous way of him getting killed off. He also leaves a shell behind too, which is also interesting. And for beating Crystal Snail, we get the Crystal Hunter. And that reminds me, I still haven't found everything yet. I still need the Morph Moth Heart Tank. We'll get it after this, though, just to correct all of that failure from Crystal Snail stage. For beating all 8 of the Mavericks, we locate the X-Hunter base, which is right at the North Pole. So now we can finally go over there. But before we do that, like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and get the Heart Tank in Morph Moth stage, because that's the only thing we have left to find. Zero will still need some time in order to be reactivated, but we should be able to do that. And here's another password in case you're following along after all that failure. Give you a few more seconds. And there we go. We get some new music, which I honestly don't consider to be as epic as the original Overworld music. And I want to go to Morph Moth stage, because that's the only time we haven't... That's the only place, rather, that we haven't found anything, or everything for that matter. Now, because we have Crystal Hunter, we can do this. Basically what this does, it freezes an enemy in place. As long as you don't pause and switch to another weapon, they'll stay stuck like that. Using that guy encased in Crystal Hunter, we can jump up here with the dash jump, get an extra life, and finally get all the heart tanks. So now we have all the heart tanks, we have all the sub-tanks, we have all the zero parts, we have all the Mavericks beaten. I'm going to go ahead and exit the stage, finally. Another 30-minute video, did not mean for that to happen due to me forgetting things about Crystal Snail stage. It was going so well, too. But here's the password in case you need all the stuff, all the parts, all the heart tanks, all the sub-tanks, all the Mavericks defeated. Here you go. And we're going to go ahead and enter the X-Hunter stage in the next video. I'm going to go ahead and farm for stuff, fill up all the sub-tanks, get all the lives that I need and everything in Will Gators. And then I'll meet you over at the X-Hunter stage. Next time on Let's Play Mega Man X2. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!